Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from AlphaAnthem.
Wife asks for open marriage. I asked for a divorce.
Damn right.
I'm wondering if I had jumped the gun or have been reasonable here. We have been married for 12 years now. Things have always been great without any particular up or down. My wife has always been a kind, sweet woman, and up until this, I thought the world of her. And then she went and broached the talk about open marriage. Crazy. What if we consider opening up marriage? Because all of her friends did it and it's 2024. I didn't get angry or anything.
See, all of her friends did it. It wasn't her idea. Her friends did
Like
it.
that. I just listened and offered my counters. I asked her if friends are influencing her into this. She said no. I asked her if she already had someone in mind. That's the first thing I would think. Like, who do you got in mind?
Who the hell you got
What are you
in
thinking
mind?
about? She said no. I asked her to give me some time to think about it, and she agreed, stating we don't have to do it if I'm not up for it. I shouldn't have, but in the days after I checked her phone and laptops, nothing suspicious or that suggests she was cheating already. Last week I told her I thought about it, and in my opinion, she can date anyone she wants because I want a divorce.
He didn't jump the gun. He pulled the ripcord on a plane that was already losing altitude. Open marriage after 12 stable years isn't some innocent, let's experiment suggestion.
It hardly is. You know, I can tell you the truth. I don't want to talk about it too much, but my ex-wife also suggested an open marriage when, like, towards the end of our 12 years or so. She suggested it, and I was like, oh, hell no. And then divorce right afterwards, so...
It's her saying the monogamy deal you both signed isn't cutting it anymore. She wants the security blanket of him at home, plus the excitement of new attention, new guys, new validation hits like her friends are getting. She probably figured she was being modern and open-minded, floating the idea like...
That's what I think my ex-wife thought she was being, because she had a lot of younger friends. My ex-wife was in her 30s, right? So she had friends that were like in their early 20s, and they were just, oh yeah, I go to sex parties and telling my ex-wife all of these crazy things that they're living in life about and doing all these things. My ex-wife never experienced any of this. She married me pretty young. So when these girls are kind of instilling all of this into her, this is what it comes. That's usually what the outcome comes to be.
Like casual pillow talk. And now she's staring at real papers because her husband took her literally. Open means open, so he's choosing open without her in the picture. I am
Correct.
honestly rooting for
open.
him to stay firm and walk with his head up.
I had the best sex of my life this week. Now, the odds of seeing that guy again are incredibly unlikely. He lives in New York and I'm between London and Madrid. And I've spent a day of deluding myself that flirting and stuff can continue. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. However, now that it's been a few days, I'm realizing I once again feel alone and no one really has an interest in my life or me. My body, yes, but like
Sure.
all women, we already know that. I already knew that. I don't like the idea of just being at peace with being alone. Like I've already been at peace with being alone. I'm introverted. I do enjoy my own company. I like the moments in my life where I am unobserved. It makes me feel free. But I don't want my whole life to be unobserved because it makes me feel uncared for. Like I'm not worth anyone's attention, like at all.
It's sad how hookups and situationships have been totally normalized. Like
Correct.
They're just casual fun, no big deal, swipe right and repeat, when really they're quietly rewiring people's brains and hearts in ways nobody talks about until the damage shows up years later.
Right. You know, that's the thing, right? When the things we do, the things we choose when we're younger, almost always affect us when we're later in life. They just add up, right? Maybe that one little thing wasn't something that changed anything, but that one little thing with all those other little things together throughout this whole time, yeah.
This girl drops her epic one-night sex story online like it's a fun flex, then crashes into feeling completely unseen and
Pretty much.
uncared for days later. and it's the same old script. Chase the instant chemical rush with a stranger who'll never stick around. Get that massive oxytocin flood meant for bonding. But since there's zero follow-through, the brain starts associating intimacy with quick highs and inevitable emptiness. Over time, those repeated hits dull the pair bonding machinery. Real connection starts feeling boring or even threatening because you've trained yourself to crave the hookups over the steady safety of someone who actually shows up. And the wildest part? She's posting all this raw vulnerability for strangers to consume, turning...
Again, they just, instead of having diaries where they write, or video diaries where they just record and put them away and store them and maybe watch them later for themselves, no. They put it on TikTok, post it for everyone to see. Because that's like, imagine you're feeling this way, but then the next day you didn't feel this way, but you already posted all of this. You already said to the world you felt this way, or you already said to the world all these things. It's not a good thing.
Her emotional roller coaster into content fodder without a single thought to how it might land with a future husband scrolling years from now, or hypothetical kids Googling mom's old videos wondering why she kept treating her body and heart like a temporary playground.
Dating in 2026, especially dating in Southern California like LA, is so interesting.
Is it?
Because
I bet it is.
Because, you get the whole 50-50 mindset, what do you bring to the table type of man. And then you get another sort of man, which is like the more like provider mindset man, and everything in between. But yesterday I went on a date, and I thought it was going to be a dinner date, but I had to keep...
Like, this girl looks really familiar. I don't recall having a date with this one. But let's listen.
Pushing the time back. So it ended up being like 9 p.m. and this person had eaten dinner, and it was a restaurant, so I thought we were eating dinner. Long story short, they only get a drink, and I'm like, well, I'm famished, so I'm gonna eat. And everything was fine. But then when the bill came, typically I'm like, if a guy invites me out to first date, like...
Yeah, he also only ordered a drink and you ordered food.
They're paying. But I felt bad because I ate so much and this person had only gotten a drink. So I was like, oh, do you want me to get some of that? And he literally looked at me so baffled. He literally was like, what? Why would you even say that? And it was attractive that he reacted that way, because for him, he's like, why would you want to pay for any of it? And then I explained, I was like, oh, well, I didn't want you to think that I just wanted to use you for a meal or something. I was genuinely hungry and I ate so much, and like, you only got a drink. So just in case, like, I wanted to offer my part. And he was like, no, you are all good. I invited you out. Anytime I invite you out, like, it's always on me. And I'm like, wow, finally a man that acts like a man. So I appreciated that. This is just
because we can pay for you, all of a sudden he acts like a man. This is the problem I have with a lot of these people, and a lot of Asian women in Southern California, in LA, because I actually live here. I deal with a lot of Asian women like this, right? They look traditional. They might have came from more traditional background, but they're not traditional at all. Like, their mothers and fathers worked together, built everything together, 50-50 in a sense, not money-wise, but build together. But then you get women like their daughters, the first generation, second generation kids. I'm not even considered first generation. I'm still an immigrant because I was born in another country and I came here. My brothers and sisters are first generation. They're born here. And you can see the generational difference of being born here and being an actual immigrant.
to remind the girlies that not all men are trash, and there are men that act like men out here.
Just like her, most modern women shun traditional roles when they mean cooking dinner or deferring to a man on big decisions. But the second a provider vibe shows up, she's swooning like it's the rarest gem in the desert. She wants the perks of old school chivalry, the free meals, the feeling of being taken care of, without any of the strings that come with actual traditional expectations. It's convenient feminism, equality
Correct.
when it suits her wallet or ego, tradition when it...
What did Bill Burr call it? Like the feminism buffet? Let me get this one and this one. Equality? I don't want that one. I want this, though.
strokes her sense of worth. It's sad how one guy covering the full bill after she ate a ton gets her to reluctantly drop that half-hearted olive branch. Not all men are trash. Like she's doing the entire male population a huge
Right.
favor by admitting a couple might not belong in the dumpster. That little phrase exposes her whole operating system, that men default to trash status until one pulls off some undeniable provider move that puts her on a...
And it has to do a very exclusive move of paying for the dinner when he didn't even eat.
Pedestal and costs him money without complaint.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question real quick.
Damn, this voice did not match the face I'm seeing right now. I thought it would have been a different voice.
Think of New York City dating life as an all-you-can-eat buffet. Are there a lot of options? Yes. Is the quality and experience necessarily good? Not really, right? So in New York, there's a lot of options, honestly. A lot of people go on dating apps. There's a lot of people everywhere. Like, you can go to restaurants, clubs, like bars. You'll meet people, okay? It's not hard going on a date necessarily, but getting to that stage of commitment and like exclusivity and the stage of girlfriend boyfriend, that's where it's difficult. And a lot of people are on.
You know why that's difficult? That's women's job. Men's job is to acquire you. It's your job for us to want to be your boyfriend and commit to you. So if you're having this issue of this commitment stage, it's probably you.
On dating apps, and so everyone has in the back of their mind when they're seeing someone, oh, like you're probably like dating multiple people, and that kind of makes like the commitment a little bit hard. Like, even if you develop like a rapport with someone, there's always like the thought in the back of your mind, oh hey, like you're probably like doing this with other people as well, like seeing other people. And so it's just hard to settle here. Like, if you are looking to settle down, New York is not the place for, like, New York City is not the place for you. So yeah.
It's sad how she's spinning New York like some tragic dating wasteland, an endless buffet
everywhere.
with zero tasty options, when really she's in a city bursting with millions of single guys. Yet her
She's also in a city with a lot of millionaires. Remember, New York and Los Angeles probably carry one of the most.
hypergamy lens shrinks it down to a handful of elite bidders who might actually meet her unspoken checklist. She's attractive, no doubt about it,
Sure.
knows it, and she's banking hard on that leverage to hold out for the absolute highest value guy. The one with the looks, the money, the status, who will commit without her having to budge an inch. What she doesn't clock, though, is how temporary that leverage really is. Right now, the attention flows because youth, looks, and city energy make her a hot commodity in the rotation. Guys with options chase her. She gets to sample, reject, upgrade, repeat. But
Pretty much.
age creeps in quietly. The wall approaches.
But then this is what men of means, men of like the one top 10% get to do too. We get to taste and sample.
Which is faster than anyone admits, and suddenly, the same guys who used to orbit are swiping on 25-year-olds with the same glow she has now. The buffet doesn't shrink because New York sucks. It shrinks because her market value in the hypergamy game starts sliding while her standards stay superglued to the ceiling. She'll keep blaming the city, the apps, the commitment-phobic men, never connecting that she priced herself out of the long game by treating.
That's why I said like that you can attract men, it seems like. You can go on dates with men and kind of multiple dates, but you can't seem to get these men to commit to you. That's a you issue.
Her current hotness like an infinite resource instead of a window that's closing.
Yeah, guys, I do date a decent amount in Los Angeles and OC. I try to stay in OC mostly just because I told you guys I hate going to LA all the time, and I hate LA traffic, and I hate LA potholes. So that Asian woman is kind of the representation of a large swath of Southern California, Southern LA, OC women. Because a lot of these women are first, second generation, third generation in the United States. They never lived that immigrant lifestyle. They never seen all those other things. They've already been disconnected from that a decent amount already. So they're very acclimated to the American culture. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.